Welcome to the Rev Up Fitness Podcast. The show for fitness professionals and fitness enthusiasts.
Hey, pay attention. Hey, for 39 seconds, I need your attention.
Go behind the scenes of the health and wellness industry with us. Starting your host, Fit with CJ, side hustle mentor, and the lovely Electric Fit.
It's my favorite podcast.
And the show starts right now.
Hello, family. Welcome to another awesome episode of the Rev Up Fitness Podcast. It is your girl, Electric Fit. And of course, we have an awesome guest here today. But before we get into that, everybody say what's up to my partner, CJ.
Yo, what's good, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Rev Up Fitness Podcast. Listen, like Jay said, we have an amazing guest today, and right here in our new studio. You want to go ahead and introduce him real quick?
Oh my gosh. Like everyone, if you have not heard of Juice ATL, CEO Polizzi, that's his handle.
Appreciate it. Yo, what's up, beautiful people? It's another beautiful day in Zamunda, man. Thank you guys for having me. I love the new studio. We did this before, and I was like, nah.
It wasn't right before.
We got to redo this. I need to be at the new spot. No, we're not doing it like that.
Yes, we had to make it official because I'm telling y'all, it will be an awesome treat for you today. So many gems will be dropped as usual, but we're taking it up another level today.
Yes.
CJ, are they ready?
I don't think they're ready, but like Polo said, it's one of those things where we did this episode actually, months ago?
Months ago, yeah.
And
at least 4 months ago.
And we never released it. But like he said, listen, he saw the new studio and everything wasn't right. We had to make it right, and this is about to be amazing. I can't wait.
I saw it on Instagram, and I think CJ was posting. I hit him up ASAP. I was like, hey, where you at? He was like, yeah, this is going to be the new studio for the podcast. I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. We redoing my episode then because I want to be in the new studio, and we have manifested that, so we are here.
There we go.
Yes.
We're here.
Yes. So, I mean, CJ, what's been happening? What's been going on lately?
Yo, for me, oh my God, it's been crazy. Like I've been, we're gonna get to Polo in a second, but I just want to talk about this craziness I'm having with my Instagram page. You guys can kind of jump in on this too.
Okay.
But I've been having trouble running ads on Instagram lately.
Really?
Yeah. I've been running, and this is something that can run. This is a thing that is cool for everyone to hear about. Just not just fitness professionals, but anyone on social media that with the past election, the past election.
Oh, yeah, they changed some things.
They changed a few things.
Hashtags.
Oh, my God. Not only did they block hashtags.
Yeah, they took hashtags away.
Oh, yeah. Like, its hashtags are still
If
there.
you put a hashtag up, it's there, but you can't, click on recent
Search
anymore and do the search how you used to. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So if y'all see my face, I took a small hiatus, and now that I'm hearing this, I'm like lost.
Yeah,
right
we
now.
should
Like,
be
what?
asking how are you, Jamie? Like, what's going on? Welcome back.
Oh, I'm good. You see what happens when your guests think they know you?
we miss you, Jamie.
Man, I miss y'all too. Like straight up, I can't stay away too long. Come on now.
Pretty Jamie, she left us. Man.
Listen, but back and better than ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real,
Absolutely.
And going to the Instagram thing, running ads like with the election that happened, Facebook was very, very cautious about people running ads that could affect the election.
The election, right.
And I was very proactive about getting people to vote.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right? And so one of the things I did, I tried to promote a post to say vote.
Right.
Go
So
vote.
was this on Facebook or IG?
So Instagram,
Okay, gotcha.
which is my ads are running through the Facebook Manager, which is
Okay.
on, and so it's kind of like the same, really,
Gotcha.
even though it's running on Instagram.
Yeah, because
And so it's like I ran this promotion, and they were like, "Oh no, you're not doing this."
Really?
They shut it down, and not only that, then they said you need to verify who you are.
Really?
So
Yeah.
was it anything questionable in the post on their end that they would deem?
Yeah, it was nothing. It should never. It was not left or right. It was not blue or red. It was
Okay.
go vote.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I
Okay.
mean?
I think that keyword popped up, though, vote.
Yeah.
It's that word. Anything that popped up with vote, maybe Trump, Biden, those keywords.
Keywords that,
Wow.
Yeah, they were
Okay.
screening you.
And so with that, I'll try to trust me, it's a long story, but I'll make it short just for you guys. But it's interesting because not only did I have to verify myself on Facebook by sending my driver's license, they had to mail me of something to my physical address, a code that they sent me. Then I had to go to facebook.com/ID, put the code in. That wasn't enough for them, believe it or not. Then I had to again get a notarized letter showing that I signed this document. I'm just not making
What?
it up. It's
You
crazy.
know what? But listening to you, I rarely watch the news because, I just don't try to get into the mix of all of he say, she say, because that's what it is to me. But I was watching the news, and they had the Facebook CEO and a Twitter CEO. I don't know if it was like a deposition or whatever the case, but they had the senators asking them questions about their terms of use, things that are being posted that may be false. They're fact checking, whatever.
Yeah.
So I did see that. I don't know, again, I won't say it was a trial, but they had senators questioning them about ads for the election. So it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, and with that being said, like I had to get a notarized letter. Like, Paula was like, "What the?" A notarized
That's a
letter.
lot, man.
By the way, I found this cool way around it, and it's good for any business professional or anyone online. I was thinking like, man, I gotta go to the post office to get notarized and all that stuff. I went to this site called notarize.com, and literally within 5 minutes, I was live on a video chat with a notary.
How did
and
he
we did
stamp it though?
So it's digital.
Nice.
And so they send you a link to your phone. They say, hey, take the picture of your driver's license with your phone. You have to put your hand up and swear to them live on the camera. It is so legit. And within like 15 minutes, I had a notarized letter, and I sent it to Facebook, and now I'm back up and running.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Wait, did they shut your account down?
No, it wasn't
Okay.
that account. It was just I couldn't run ads
Gotcha.
through the Fit with CJ account.
Gotcha.
But see, the funny thing is another good tactic too for people. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, because I have multiple Facebook accounts for different.
Right.
Instagram
Absolutely.
So I could still run for the Rev Up Fitness Conference that this happened.
Okay.
I was still able to run promotions separately on that.
So do you go to Facebook to run your Instagram ads too, or do you do your Instagram ads straight from Instagram?
You have to verify through Facebook. Even the ones I've done in the past, it asks me for my Facebook login, because of course Facebook and Instagram are now one and the same. So you begin the process through Instagram, then the pop-up will come for you to put your
Sign in.
credentials for Facebook.
So, because like she said, when you're signing into Facebook through your Instagram, you can then, like you were saying, promote through Instagram. So I do that where, you can set up who you're reaching out to. But if I really want to get targeted ads, really like drive down, I really go through Facebook. I'll go into Facebook and I'll log in, because they give you a little bit more options than they do on Instagram as far as just like when you're running the ad. So I did that for the Rev Up Fitness podcast and for the Rev Up Fitness conference. But for Fit with CJ, I was down up until today. So it's just a little notice to everyone. Be careful what you post out there. And like I said, I didn't even do nothing crazy.
Right,
I was
right.
telling people to go vote.
Right.
And they were like, Psh, no.
Them keywords.
Well, welcome back officially.
Yeah, welcome
Fit with
back,
CJ.
man.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
Yes, man, I'm telling y'all. So let's switch the energy a little bit, I mean, we've gotten our votes out, but before we do, just a reminder for all my Georgia residents.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
voting is not over.
Yeah, voting is not over. January 7th or 5th?
I think it's the 5th.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken.
January 5th, we will be voting for 2 Senate seats. So make sure you vote. If it's not too late to register for that particular election if you were unable to vote prior. So go ahead. Early voting starts December 14th. And go ahead and request your mail-in ballot today if you prefer to do it that way. But make sure you're registered and ready.
Yeah, get out there and do that, because a lot of people went and voted, but it's just like the Obama thing. Everybody voted for Obama, but didn't do the Senate vote.
Yes.
And was mad at Obama because he couldn't really make no rules. You know what I'm saying?
go,
He
there
couldn't
you
do
go.
nothing. So it's like, don't let it be the same thing again. Like, don't get your guy Biden in there, because I know that's a lot of who everybody kind of voted for to get Trump up out of there, right? So that's why he won. But if y'all don't vote in January or in December 14th, early voting, man, it's gonna be the same thing all over again, and y'all gonna be mad saying the dude didn't do nothing for y'all. But y'all gotta understand and realize that just because somebody's the president don't mean that that's where it stops at. He has to go through somebody to make those decisions final.
Yes, it's standard checks and balances, everyone. Just like our last episode, I gave the football analogy. You got your QB, he's the head of the team, but he needs his offensive line for protection, right? So same, for protection and to get things done. Same thing with the president. He's the leader, but he only can go so far depending on what the Senate allows, and what they push back on or approve. So it all works together. Standard checks and balances. We are not done.
That's right. Y'all heard it.
I can't say nothing more to that.
Well, yeah. What's the follow-up?
Yes, so I mean, the follow-up is you, like our
Hey,
guest.
yo.
I mean, oh my gosh, you know what? I don't even want to do a full introduction. You have to tell them your start with your plant-based journey. And you know, as I said from the beginning, y'all, Polo is the creator, the CEO of Juice ATL.
That's right.
For all my plant-based lifestyle, the people who are looking to transition, or my flexitarians, like Polo is definitely a great resource. Tell us about your journey. Tell us a little bit about you from the beginning.
So just a little like backstory. Like, you know, I kind of started out like, well, not kind of, I did start out like most people do, just eating the American standard diet as a teenager, as a young adult. But in my younger life, I definitely suffered with like nosebleeds every day, like for real. I was the kid that had to come in the house, pull the head back, lay down. My mom used to put the cold rag on my head and on my nose so my nose would stop bleeding. And I dealt with that for years, all the way up until like a young adult, you know what I'm saying? And just sinus all the time. I was, you know, I don't want to do the sound on the mic. But,
Go ahead, do it.
Oh my gosh.
That's gross.
all the time, you know what I'm saying? That was me. I swear to God, like that was me, just constantly sneezing, coughing, just, you know, just allergies and just sinuses. But, you know, I didn't know this at the time, but that was just the foods and the different things I was putting in my body as a youngster, you know? And I kept those habits for a very, very, very long time. We fast forward a little bit. My whole family is in music industry, so I'm a music industry kid, also an Army brat, but we'll tap back into that. But just being a music industry kid, I lived in a studio. I ain't gonna get into like everybody we work with, but we work with everybody, you know.
He knows a little bit of everybody.
Yeah, they've been over to the spot. They seen the plaques on the wall. But yeah, we're not gonna get into that. But you know, just being in the studio and living that studio life is like, man, it's rough because you know it's like late nights, early mornings. You ordering pizza. We walking up the street to the Waffle House every day. I tell people I was a gas station eater because we used to go to the gas station. And, you know, just because, you know, you got money in your pocket, that just means you just buying a lot more of the junk, you know what I'm saying? Because still at this point, I didn't have the education, I didn't have the knowledge that I have now as far as, like, how the body works and the things you put in the body. So, man, we was going, I got a picture right now, I'm gonna send it to both of y'all, with Red Bull stacked from the ground to the ceiling.
Oh, wow.
Like between me and probably 4 people, you know what I'm saying? Just late night studio, just working. We smoking, we drinking, and we smoking, we drinking. and I was a Newport smoker too, like, you know what I'm saying? Definitely smoking like a pack of cigarettes a day. And that was rough because I was living in New York too, so them packs was like $900, you know what I'm saying? I mean $9, excuse me, not $900, but $9 a pack for a pack of cigarettes, you know? But a habit, if you're addicted to it, you know what I'm saying, you're going to spend that money, you know what I'm saying? So, but just being, and then coming back here to Atlanta after New York, just still doing the same things, man. And I found myself in a bad situation one day, sitting out on my porch at the house and smoking a cigarette, flicked that cigarette out, went in the house, and I had this numbness just come over my whole body, and it started in my chest. My chest was like super tight, right? And I'm just like, oh, what is that? But I just kind of played it off like, you know, I'm good. And by the time I walked up the stairs, I was just so out of breath because, you know, at this point, I'm like 210, maybe 15 pounds. I'm a lot heavier.
It's hard to imagine.
Yeah,
Everybody says that. Everybody says, like, I cannot believe you was like 200 pounds. Yes, I was like 200. But, you know, I was one of those big guys that had like the skinny legs and it was all gut. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just gut from soda drinking, sweet teas, double stack waffles.
What was your go-to soda? What was that?
My go-to soda, probably the Mountain Dew.
Oh, you're a Mountain Dew head.
Or a Sunkiss. Yeah,
The
look at
orange
Jamie
soda?
over
Those
there.
are definitely
Yeah, let me get that
childhood
orange
sodas.
soda. That orange
I like
soda.
peach, but
You
yeah.
like peach? Ooh, peach was good too.
With the hot
Ooh.
chips.
Man, right.
Wow.
Hey.
But it's funny she say that because that's what we was eating. We was going to the gas station spending like $100 in the gas station. Yeah, like bags of chips, bags of
We're buying no gas.
no gas. No, we walking. You know, that was the exercise. We walked to the store, walk of the studio. It was
I
right
don't
down
think
the
I could
street.
spend $100 and not buy gas.
Right, right.
I just know how that happens. That's
I'm
crazy.
serious. I wish I could call somebody right now so they could just verify it. But for real, so I just found myself in a bad place one day. back to the part where I was in the house and having these chest pains and numbness all over my body. I ended up going to the doctor. Like it was a big thing. My parents ended up coming up, and I had like congestion in my heart area and you know, in my valves around my heart, right, the arteries, and that runs in my family. So yeah, just heart congestion, heart failure. My grandma died from heart failure. I had a couple uncles die from heart failure. Both also smoke, you know, cigarette smokers. You know what I'm saying? So they gave me like this ultimatum and was kind of like, yeah, you're gonna have to like take these pills for the rest of your life, and you need to do this surgery, and you need to do this surgery like now. You know, it could be the difference between you living and dying. And I'm just like, surgery, pills. Wow. And I was like, yeah, I'll come back. Yeah, I'll come back. So they were really trying to get me to do it like the next day. It was like this whole back and forth with my mom, because they just didn't, you know, I just like, yeah, I don't want to do that. Like, I'm not trying to do that. I would just watch my grandma do that. I watched a couple of my uncles do that, and it just didn't turn out the right way. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, you know, not Instagram, but YouTube wasn't really a big thing like that. So you had a few people on there talking about health and wellness and making smoothies and raw foods and things like that, but it wasn't a lot. And I jumped into a few books, you know what I'm saying, like The Muculus Diet by Arnold Ehret, and then it's another book that I read, Robert Morris. I can't remember the name of that book, but I just started tapping into these books, and I just started learning a lot more about the body and how the body works and how the body functions, and mucus and acid versus being alkaline. And I'm just like, wait a minute, like I could do this myself, you know what I'm saying, if that's really what it is, you know what I'm saying? And the more I tapped into like mucus versus alkaline body and acid and just figuring out how the body functions and how your liver works and how your kidney works, and I just start eating different and start eliminating certain things out of my diet, man, the weight started coming down. I got into running. Like, I never ran in my life like that. I played football, but, you know.
Did you get the weight down first before you started running, or were you running pretty heavy?
I was running kind of heavy, you know what I'm saying? But I think the diet was the most important part of that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? The weight was coming down, but once I started running, it really fell off.
Those two together.
Yeah, and then I started, you know, finding out. I started meeting people out in the running community, and then I started running like 5Ks, and that's how I met, like, you know, Tess and all those people that are in the running community. You know what I'm saying? So, and I said Tess' name because I know you know her. So, yeah, man. So that's just a short story. You know what I'm saying, of a long, but it was a long journey. It took me a couple years to get here. You know what I'm saying? I learned about fasting. I started fasting, and to me, that was like the most important part, just the detoxing of the body. Once I started learning about the detoxing of the body and how you can clean your body out, oh man. And I didn't even want cigarettes no more once I started. It took me a minute to get off of those too. I went from like the pack, then I was going up the street and I was buying the Lucy.
He said, let me get a Lucy.
Yeah, let me get a Lucy, 3 for $1, you know, type of thing. And man, eventually I started putting those greens in my body and start getting, you know, I was determined. I'm about to live, you know what I'm saying?
So were you doing all these fast and detox by yourself, or like juicing at home, or were you buying them from somewhere?
Nah, I was doing it at home by myself. And then I discovered Arden's Garden. And I went and met her. I didn't meet Arden, you know.
I was gonna say, you met Arden?
Not the grandma. I met the daughter or the granddaughter.
What, at the East Point location?
No, I forgot exactly which location we met.
Okay.
And I sat down and talked to her. But at this point, I'm still juicing and at home, making smoothies at home, you know, starting to eat more plant-based, getting rid of the cheese, getting rid of the milk. The milk and the cheese was the last thing for me. Like, that melted cheese on bread is amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
that grilled cheese.
That grilled cheese, boy. So, it took me, and the bowls of cereal, like, I could eat like 4 or 5 bowls of cereal, like, in one sitting, you know what I'm saying?
Jeez,
and then drink the milk. So, but that tells you, like, why my nose was always running as a kid, why I always had those nosebleeds, why I had the issues that I had, you know what I'm saying?
Inflammation from the dairy.
Exactly, all that inflammation. So, you know, long story short, young kid that grew up like most of us do, you know what I'm saying? Just doing what we know our parents and our grandparents to do, and just found myself in trouble. And I had to make a change or be on pills and have surgery.
And you avoided the surgery. Like, I know a lot of you just heard him talk about the dairy, and I know that is a beloved item for most people to have on deck, like cheese on everything.
And milk on everything. Well, just dairy. That's all
just
dairy, right?
But it does truly cause inflammation in your body, and high cholesterol.
I'll take it even further and just say the dairy industry, and I hope y'all don't get mad at me for saying this, but they're killing us. You know what I'm saying? Especially black people. Dairy industry needs to go out of business. We need to shut them boys down. They're killing us, period.
Yeah, and the government is going to keep behind them because the money involved with it.
Right.
That's really what it is.
It's all about the money.
Well, we know that when young animals grow up, they don't go back to their moms for milk, but yet we get milk from other animals.
Absolutely.
I think I kind of heard it somewhere. It's like, what other species do you know drink baby cow milk from other animals? Like,
or
it's like
no animals drink another animal's milk.
It does not.
Except for us. And no animal drinks milk as long as we do. Not only are we drinking it from an animal that's 10 times our size.
Yes.
Which explains these little girls and all these in the boy, like the hormones is just off the chain. You got girls out here that's like 9 years old with like breast and
looking 21,
and
18.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Too much hormones in the food. The food is all jacked up. So that's why these kids look the way they do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that dairy is bad, bro. It's very bad.
And in women, it causes reproductive issues. If you're having trouble with your cycle or other things, dairy is usually one of those unseen underlining corporates. And
right.
When you eliminate it over time and you introduce your body to other things, you will definitely tell the difference. And I can say that from experience. You'll see the difference.
Yeah, and I'll let Jamie speak more on this, but she brought up the cycle. But ladies, your cycle shouldn't have you in pain like that. You shouldn't be all laid out, eating chocolate because you having your you can have that moment like, I get it, I don't get it, but I get it. But you shouldn't, like, I know women that are like in pain, like about to die because they having their cycle, you know what I'm saying? And that's not how that's supposed to be. Baby girl, that's in your diet.
It is. When I went plant-based, like full on, I went cold turkey. All of those issues were eliminated. Like, I mean, if I had any minor like discomforts, raspberry tea, I was good. But it got pretty bad sometimes. I used to call out for work.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I would call out for work. I would be at home in a ball because I would just be in pain. But that lifestyle change eliminated the cramps, it eliminated the vitamin D deficiency, it eliminated the iron deficiency.
Right.
I haven't had any of that stuff in like years.
Right.
I can't remember, but it's been a long time.
Right. And same with me, like allergy, sinus in the summertime, I'm walking through the pollen like, yeah, get out of here. You can't touch me. You know what I'm saying? What's up, pollen? Yeah. And here in Georgia where we live, pollen, man, it'll cover your whole car, have a whole car looking yellow out here. So man, I'm telling you, it's so much that's going on with the diet, man. If we can get our diets correct. And like, I don't even really like to go so hard on people with the things that they eat so much anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's tough to try to do that, and you don't want to like, I try not to like criticize or hurt feelings.
Thank
you know
you.
what I'm saying? Like
That's
why I don't go with that vegan thing. Like I don't really deal with the whole like people, oh, you're vegan, because the vegan community is known for being like an asshole community. Excuse my language.
CJ, doesn't it sound like a conversation we've had?
It does.
So that's why I always say plant-based.
Yeah.
But
Ditto.
I'm more focused now on getting people to fast and detox and clean out your body for a certain amount of time. Because I really feel like if you do that for a while, you're going to cut that steak and it's just not going to look the same to you. It's not going to smell the same to you. So that's more my approach now. These foods, if we can get you to fast for 21 days, I'm telling you, that's how we can get more people to stop eating certain things, because your body, once you don't eat that for 21 days or 30 days, you don't
crave that anymore.
And your body's not gonna want it. You're gonna eat it, and it's gonna be good experience. It's not gonna be a good experience.
Absolutely. Like fasting cleanses your palate anyway. It gets rid of those cravings.
Exactly.
Those sugar cravings. Anytime I know that I've been having too much sugar, as soon as I go on a fast, I reset. And it's like, okay, no, I'm good. I don't have to have that right now.
Right.
Or whatever the case. So I definitely agree with you. And I do agree with you about, not trying to make someone stop anything. We have to get away from discouraging or criticizing,
right,
and do more of educating,
right,
educating and giving just somewhere to start. And even if you have to reset from time to time, it's okay. We're all human beings.
It's
what
okay.
we do.
And that, I think that's a big problem. I'm glad you brought that up, because I see a lot of people have problems with that. They feel like when they fall off, it's over.
No,
you know what I'm saying? And that's not the case. Like, man, even through my journey, like, I would fast and then like mess up or just trying to eat a certain way and mess up. Like, you can't be hard on yourself. If that chocolate cake you end up eating that, man, just eat that and be happy with that. And then the next day,
restart.
Get that bottle of water and restart.
Absolutely, because when I first started off with plant-based, I was eating a lot of starch because, that's what you think, like, what do plant-based or quote-unquote vegans eat?
Right.
So it took a while to get to the alkaline electric level through research, but, I was just figuring it out. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm consuming a lot of starch, and this is probably not any better, but I'm just getting better over time.
Right.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask this because you were just talking about fasting, Polo. Would you recommend someone who's, like you said, not vegan or not plant-based to go fast first for the 21 days and then try to transition to plant-based?
Absolutely, indeed. That's what I always recommend. I never recommend 21 days, but I do say,
that's extreme,
man,
huh?
try a 3. Yeah, it's extreme
When
for
you're
somebody
new.
that never tried it. Yeah, like, not, bro. If you can create the type of discipline on the food that you put in your mouth, man, you can conquer anything. I promise you can, bro. Because, like, food is addicting. That sugar, that salt, that's like crack cocaine, bro. They've already said that sugar
It's more addictive.
is more addictive than crack cocaine.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yes.
yeah, the studies is out there. It's already been done. You know what I'm saying? So imagine eating that all the way up into the age 28, 30, and then somebody saying, don't eat that no more for 30 days. What?
I had a former coworker. She said she could not eat any meal outside of breakfast without having the dessert, because that's how she was raised. She said a meal is not complete unless she has something sweet.
Man,
And
that's my
she
family.
so-
In my family, on my mom's side, man, even to this day, them jokers after dinner, vanilla ice cream. Gotta have it.
My family was similar,
Yeah.
and on Sundays we went in, we had cakes, we had peach
Oh,
cobbler,
yeah.
everything. Because, the old school upbringing, that's just what it was. And it is learned behavior and conditioning over time.
Absolutely.
So
That's exactly what it is.
And we can all break those chains, or whatever you would like to call them, barriers, whatever the case, and reset our bodies. We're not prisoner to our family's past.
Right.
We are absolutely not.
So, and just on that, and I
I
don't
know
want to mean
he's
to cut
coming
you
with
off.
it.
Yeah. So when you go to these doctors and they say your mama had diabetes and your grandma had diabetes, you're gonna have diabetes too. So we might as well go ahead and get you started on this. Like, no, Jack.
No.
Don't believe that. You don't have to have what your mama had. You don't have to have
Facts.
what your grandma had. I don't care if it's cancer, diabetes, whatever. You don't have to have it. What will make you have it, if you have those same habits that they have,
Yes.
then, man, you probably will end up in that situation. But don't believe these doctors when they out here telling you just because your mama had it or your daddy had it, it runs in your family, you gonna have it too. That's not the truth.
I saw a meme too. It's like, well, that means no one ran in your family.
Right.
Like, so like, look, you got to be healthy too. You got to run. You got to be active, but you eat right. Just like they're telling you here, like, it's all a choice that you make, and what you're
Absolutely.
gonna like. Are you gonna invest in yourself and make those changes,
Yes.
or are you just gonna sit back and just listen to what the doctor forecasts for you,
Exactly.
and just take these pills and hope?
And sometimes they're not 100% sure. It's just could be
They're
a similarity.
99.8 not sure.
Well, I
usually.
didn't want to give a percentage,
Man.
but sometimes they're not sure. And for those of you that may be already diagnosed, you can turn that diagnosis around.
Right.
I know too many people to do it.
Me too.
Yeah.
Cancer and diabetes.
Yeah, and then you heard the beginning of Polo's story. Like, he could have very well been a statistic, but he chose to turn it around for himself.
Absolutely. You got to love yourself, and I love myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And don't let nobody ever make you feel like loving yourself and looking out for you is a bad thing.
Exactly. And, unconsciously, when your habits and your lifestyle changes, your vibrations changes.
Absolutely.
Your choices change.
Right.
Even just the people that you align with, it's just like it's a full snowball effect.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
And so, with all that being said, listen, you then created. By the way, so we were talking about you fasting and juicing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
When did you decide you were going to create Juice ATL?
Okay, so story time. All right, so how Juice ATL got created was still going to the studio every day, but now I'm like the eyeball guy, right? Because everybody's still doing the same things, except for me.
Yep.
Everybody's still smoking. And I'm telling you, bro, that was hard. Like walking past that cigarette smoke and walking in them studios and not coming back out the door. Like, hey, let me get that. You know what I'm saying? Let me hit that. You know what I'm saying? It was tough. I'm not going to lie. But I just had to, I knew I wanted to live and I wanted to just be better. So just still going to the studio every day. Everybody joking, laughing, because I'm pulling up with the book bag full of green juices and drinking my juices, right? But I start seeing my body changing. I start healing. I start feeling better. My energy was up. I'm lasting longer than everybody. I'm like, yo, people need to know about this. You know what I'm saying? And I was already kind of like into content a little bit, but, still at this time, content wasn't like what we know it to be now, content. So y'all remember this thing called meetup.com? Meetup? Mm-hmm. It's like an app.
I do remember that.
Yeah, it's like an app called Meetup. So I went on Meetup and I started doing these meetups, like throwing like little day parties. I called them juice parties. So we did these meetups, and I did at my friend's. He had a barbershop. You know what I'm saying? He let me get the barbershop, and I brought the tables in. I brought the juicers in. I brought the blenders in. I explain what this kind of juicer this was. This is a centrifugal juicer. This is a slow juicer. Nice. This is a blender. Blending versus juicing.
Yes.
Smoothies versus juices. And I taught these things. You know what I'm saying? I even did a meetup at DeKalb Farmers Market and walked the people through the farmers market and showed them, you know what I'm saying, eat this and try these things. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we so in habit, like she was saying earlier, we just grab the same thing when we go, just the stuff we like. We never try nothing new, you know what I'm saying? So I was just showing people different things they could try. But at one of the juice parties, this girl was like, nah, that's cool. I got a little juicer at home and that's just too much work. But if you make it and bring it to me, and I was like, bing, 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 light bulb. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do that. And I did it. And I went home and I made some juices for myself and made some juices for her. And I dropped them off to her. And man, this was a while ago too. This was like maybe 2013 or something like that, 2014. Like, so I was definitely the first person out here in Atlanta delivering juice.
Look at that. You're a trendsetter.
Right. No, I was just being silly. But yeah, so I delivered that juice to her. And man, she kept calling me.
So wait a second. You were before Uber.
I was definitely before Uber.
I'm just saying, we just put that out there.
Yeah. I started doing that. She had that suggestion, and I started doing that with her. And man, and she worked at Coca-Cola at the time, I think. No, CNN, the CNN building. So, and then it turned into another person. Like, where you get that juice from? Oh, my friend made it.
That's how it works.
And then it just kind of just kept turning over. And then after that, how it really kind of took off was my aunt is real good friends with Tashina Arnold. Like, she helps her out with a lot of her stuff, right? And Tashina had invited me to come on set. She was filming, I forgot what she was filming, but we went on set and she like, come out, bring a table. I brought this whole table out there and set up the juices. And man, after that, it's just been busy. And it grew from like in my house. And I ended up having like these 2 big refrigerators in my house. And it was just like too much. And then I moved into a shared kitchen. But that was too much because I had like all these bottles and I started buying, just too much equipment. So I ended up having to get my own spot, and y'all know that place now as PT Cross Training and Juice ATL.
Oh, yes, and the juices are so delicious. Like the blue juice is my absolute favorite.
I wish we had one.
I know. Oh, my.
Say less.
Oh, wait a second. Do we have juice in the studio?
Yeah, the last time y'all got on me so hard because we were doing a podcast, and they was like, man, you ain't bring no juice? Like, what's up? Look at this you.
Oh, this is. This makes me so happy. Y'all have no idea.
Go ahead. And, by the way, so tell people about each juice real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I didn't bring everything, but we do a variety of juices. We do a little bit of everything. We have probably about 6 green juices, maybe about 6 or 7 fruit juices. We have lemonades. Like right here, this is the black lemonade. This is activated charcoal.
Yes,
good to move through those intestines and kind of, it's a binder, so it grabs onto like things like mucus and help flush those things out of your system.
Yep.
We got the blue lemonade. So y'all know I do, I fight and I do.
I don't want him to have it.
Jiu-jitsu or whatever. No, it's all you. I do jiu-jitsu. So being in the jiu-jitsu world, I saw fighters online like drinking this blue drink, and I'm like, yo, what is that? And I found out about blue-green algae. So the blue-green algae is good brain food. The fighters use it because it's good for your joints and it's good to help repair your muscle. And this is full of protein.
Yes.
Straight out the ocean.
Yes.
And it tastes amazing. It tastes delicious. So, and for all the lemonades and some of the green juices in 2021, we're going to be CBD infusing these juices too soon.
Oh,
so
snap.
yeah.
Oh, snap.
So coming soon. So yeah, and we have root juices too. This is one of the root juices. This is a carrot, apple, lemon, ginger, and it also has turmeric in it. So that turmeric is great for like inflammation, to keep that inflammation down. A lot of people grab these after their workout, or they grab those after the workout in the gym because they want to get that protein.
Let me get that pineapple real quick though.
I was gonna get that to my man. But he can get that. Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. He can get. All right. Oh, we got the behind the scenes crew gonna get hooked
Drink
up
that
with
pick me up.
Yeah, let me
CJ.
get that one. I'll get that pick me up. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
All right, cool. There you go.
I think I'm gonna have this go-getter. This go-getter, like nobody, like people order this, but at the gym, people don't usually pick these up.
Is that like a sweet one? Or
No, this has celery, kale, spinach, cilantro, parsley, ginger. So it's like a green juice. It's like a salad, you know what I'm saying? It has like a little apple in it. But
And
yeah,
listen, I've been drinking these for a couple of years now, and
it's amazing.
I would say my favorite is the pineapple. But
That's why I gave that to him, because I
that's
know he'll like, and you gonna come pull
you know
up.
I'm gonna come regardless.
Yeah.
But I like that Wakanda one too. That charcoal one. That's from Wakanda, right?
What's this right here? Oh yeah, this is from Wakanda. Yeah, absolutely Wakanda. Hey, bro, shake that up real good though. Shake it up so that ginger, you get that ginger be at the bottom right there. There you go. Yeah, shake it with love. There you go.
So I mean, you have affected thousands of people's lives, probably tens of thousands in just a few years with just USATL so far. Where do you see it going? Where do you see it expanding to?
Man, so right now, like my goal is to get more like on a Jimmy John's level. I haven't been able to figure out how to produce in 30 minutes. I want CJ to be able to hit me up, and I got somebody coming down the street through Atlanta on that Juice ATL bike or scooter, you know what I'm saying, delivering it straight to your office.
Knowing you, they would probably be running.
Right.
When you be on the bike, but yeah.
They have a dope jumpsuit on though, Juice ATL jumpsuit. But so now we're like 24 hours on certain things, and we're 48 hours on certain things. But I really want to get it like 30 minutes, so that's really my goal. You know what I'm saying? That's really what I want to do. I want to be able for people to just go onto the app and put their orders in and just come by and grab it, like how you grab yours in the morning sometimes. But everybody don't got a personal relationship with me, so they can't be like, hey, Polo,
That's true.
I ain't trying to go on the website.
Yo, I'll hit him up at 7 a.m. like, you there? He like, yeah, pull up.
Yeah.
Like, everybody can't do that.
No. My life would be crazy if everybody did that.
Now, like, yeah, that's gonna definitely be a game changer, because a lot of people I know that will see me with these juices, they'll ask me like, how do I get it? And just
bro, I would say, not to cut you off, but that's how the majority of the customers we get.
Yeah.
It's not, we get things like a lot of stuff through Instagram. Like, man, Instagram has been great to us, and I don't even have a lot of followers on Instagram, but it's crazy how many people come through there. But it's more like, hey, where you get that from? And then other people jump on it like, oh, I heard this from such and such. You know
It's important you said that too, because people don't judge the quality of something by how many followers they have.
Right. Definitely.
Don't do that. That's a mistake.
Right.
A lot of
Yeah.
people, you go in there, you be like, oh, listen, these are the best juices that you can get in Atlanta.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
and
that.
at the bottom line is this, like, That's like he said, most of this is about organic growth. Friends will tell other friends about it.
And we deal with local farmers, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a big goal of mine, just to go back to what you were saying earlier. Like, so, you know, we got the farm in the back of the gym. We've been growing a lot of food. I actually did a giveaway today. We just harvest a whole bunch of greens and kale and peppers and bell peppers, ghost peppers, cauliflower. We got all Brussels sprouts
So
out
you
there.
giving out food out here?
Yeah, just we giving to give. But see, my main goal, bro, right now is just linking up with certain people like Tips T.I., you know, Tip trains at the gym, and he just bought up all the Bankhead. Him and Killer Mike just bought up a lot of that. And I really want to, but all through the city, you know, you travel through Atlanta, you see all these vacant buildings. Man, I'm really like trying to get with somebody, and anybody out there that hear this, please holler at me. Like, get with me. Let's do this together. Like, my goal is to have Juice Atlantas in the front, in the gardens in the back.
Yes.
Everywhere, you know what I'm saying? And even if we don't have to do a Juice Atlanta, bro, when I tell you we got a nice sized garden, but it ain't that big, and we producing food out of there that will feed a lot of people. So imagine if all these abandoned buildings out here, we could like move that out the way and just plant food. You know how many people we could feed with that, bro? All these homeless people out here, man, we could feed a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And just not the homeless. Like, we just turning people on to eating more greens and veggies, but just having them in, you know, just having that there would make the city, to me personally, just a lot better. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. Did you hear about that plan before, Jay? Like, this is the first I'm hearing about this. This is crazy.
And man, I really didn't want to talk about it, but you know.
Like, this is
I
breaking.
mean, when
This
you're
is
around
breaking
family,
news.
like,
Yeah.
you know how it goes. Like, we've known Polo for quite a bit. Like,
for a while.
And,
Absolutely.
And everything he's telling you is straight facts. He lives this life. This is not just cap.
No, not
No
at all.
cap.
No cap here.
You
This-
can,
No
you can go to my Instagram, man. You go to the
Oh my
Instagram,
God.
you'll see me out in the garden harvesting food and, you know, getting it ready for just prepping it, all kind of stuff, man. Yeah, so it's definitely a lifestyle, man, and I'm glad I chose this route. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, definitely.
Absolutely.
And you know, I have to be honest, y'all. I learned a lot from Polo.
Man, and vice versa. Me and Jamie, we've done talks together,
Yeah.
so like we've been on the same panels together.
Yeah.
And man, I'd be sitting there listening to Jamie talk. I'd be like, let me take these notes right there. Yeah, for real. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I learned a lot from you too. So yeah.
Thank you. I mean, you know, iron sharpen iron. We all definitely we learn. We're a community. We learn from each other, and you know, we all push each other. And definitely, we had to share this with you all today, so y'all can learn more.
Right.
So I mean, tell them. I mean, if y'all not following Juice ATL, you definitely should. Tell them how to.
Oh yeah, so JUU, so it's Juice with 2 U's.
Yeah.
ATL. That's
Yeah.
it. Juice with 2 U's and ATL.
Creative, y'all. Creative,
Yes,
right?
Yes.
Definitely. So how, you know, amidst the pandemic, right? You know, everyone, you know, well, this year you either got a new hobby and did well, or
Right.
your business went, you know, one way or the other. How did the pandemic affect Juice ATL?
Well, for the gym, so the gym part, we had to shut the gym down, of course,
Okay.
for a couple weeks. But Juice ATL, because it's food, you know what I'm saying, it's essential, so we were able to keep that open. We didn't allow people to come in the gym. We
Okay.
did curbside, and we've always been doing delivery since day one. So yeah, and we did delivery, and it actually picked up because everybody was concerned about their health. So we sold a lot of sea moss. We sold a lot of elixirs, the different shots, and we sold juices too. But it did okay for us. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? It wasn't like a bad thing for us. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So yeah, we were blessed on and I hate to use the word blessed because it was such a bad thing for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? But I was just answering the question. It was cool. For
But
us.
yeah, I mean, look at it too. Like huge trend right now is sea moss, right?
Right.
Yeah.
We were talking about juices, but sea moss is huge and it's trendy now
It's
because
super trendy.
But it took this
For it to
For
become
it
that.
to-
for it to be grow like
Yes.
this.
Right. So yes, I guess things sometimes happen for a reason, like they say.
But, you know, I heard you being so humble, saying, you know, you really didn't want to use bless, but actually you're blessing others because what people are,
Perspective.
you know, what people are gathering right now is I need to make a lifestyle change. Like this virus actually does not discriminate. So how can I boost my immune system, make myself better? And when you have like places like Juice ATL,
Right.
your baby that you created, that helps those in the community find a way to get started.
Right, absolutely.
So you're a blessing to the community. Iron sharpen iron. Take your blessings.
Appreciate it.
It's
Thank
okay.
you. I received that.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Definitely, if you're here in ATL, I mean, definitely, look Juice ATL up.
Please do.
Try them out. They're so delish. I'm telling you, like,
Appreciate it.
just because some of them look green or orange or whatever the case, do not be discouraged. They taste so delicious, you would not even realize you're having veggies.
Appreciate it. And that was one of my goals, like with the blends.
Yeah.
Was so some of the blends, like this one right here, like. Everybody's not going to drink
That's
this.
hardcore.
This is hardcore for a lot of people, but it tastes
Yeah.
amazing to
That's
me.
OG level.
Yeah, that's OG level. So yeah, we do. There's
levels
We
to
got
this.
It's definitely levels to this. But then you have a juice like this that is green also, but it has a little pineapple and kale, and apple in it. So it's more of a sweeter green. These are like my level 1 juices, I would say. You know what I'm saying? This is like the introduction. I'm working on a whole bunch of new stuff. Like I'm trying to put so a lot of my clients always hit me like, oh, Polo, I'm going keto. I can't do fruit. So I've been creating a lot of juices that don't have fruit in them at all. So I'm putting together some different packs on the website. So soon you'll see like a diabetes pack. You know what I'm saying? That's like pushed towards people that have diabetes and scared about their sugar. I'm putting together because of what's happening with the keto thing. I'm doing a keto pack. I'm gonna do a couple different packs, so you'll be seeing a lot of new stuff on there.
What
very
about like
soon.
a athlete's pack? Somebody who just
That's a good idea. So I was thinking more about doing like a kids pack, but I need to tap into that though.
I have some ideas. I will save them for later.
For the athletic pack.
Athletic and just, recovery and a lot of other things. Hey.
Come on, let's break bread. You know what I'm saying? I'm always down to break some bread.
So, yeah. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, don't miss out. Grab your juices.
Absolutely.
Order them
man.
online, right?
Yeah, and you can go to
Yeah.
juiceatl.com
Yeah.
if you don't want to come out the house. I know some people still not coming out the house, or you're at home stuck with the kids and you can't get out because you're doing the homeschool thing. Like, man, we deliver. And we have subscription. It's a subscription base. It doesn't have to be, but if you don't want to have to think about it, a lot of our clients just like, man, bring it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that changed. That was one of the things that changed during the pandemic. Instead of like dropping off so much in the city, now I'm like, we're all like Johns Creek, College Park.
Expansion.
outside the perimeter now.
Right,
Yes.
right. Yeah, we had to, because everybody went home and nobody's in the office, but they still wanted their juice. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, man, all right, so let's make it happen.
This is a random question for any fitness professional or someone who's listening and says, you know what, that sounds like a cool company. Do they do ambassadorships? Do they have ambassadors, people online that represent UTATL? Have you thought about that? Have you looked into that yet?
So I have thought about it, but I want to be able to treat my ambassadors the right way and do the right things for them. And I'm going to tap more into that in 2021. So I got a few people in mind. A few people been reaching out to me and wanting to do some stuff. So, yeah, we have some cool people at the gym, too. So it's like some of those, like the gym people, we might reach out to Jamie. We might reach out to CJ, you know what I'm saying? And I just got to figure out how that package is going to work, you know what I'm saying, to make it beneficial for both sides. But, yes, definitely want to tap into that. Absolutely.
So going into 2021, you were talking about where you want to, obviously the delivery method, speeding that up, and then possibly looking into the ambassadorship. Is there anything else in the 2021?
Yeah, give us a dip.
Give us a little,
Like, give us a
juice.
little
I
bit.
feel like he's holding back just a
Yes.
tad. Just a tad.
We got a few new things we
Few
doing,
new
man.
things.
I'll give y'all this so y'all know we gonna be moving into another location. We're gonna be over at Fineo. Shout out to DJ and my dude Mark. Yeah, so
Big
we
breaking
Yeah.
news right here.
Breaking news. Y'all
Right,
heard
right,
it
right.
on the podcast, Rev Up Fitness Podcast.
Yeah, so we putting a little spot over at Fineo. We working on that right now. Yeah, man. So yeah, coming soon, and the goal is to spread it out even more. So yeah, that is breaking news. Yeah,
And this is giving you the opportunity to touch even more people in the community.
Absolutely.
Like you're constantly recreating and reinventing to help others.
Right.
And that's dope. We all should be doing that, like on whatever level we are. You don't have to be up here to get started.
Right.
I think so many of us think, well, I don't have all the resources yet, or I'm not here or not there. You just have to get started. The resources connect to you when you're operating in your purpose.
Absolutely.
So,
and just being more present in different gyms like this is huge, because you know it's something about just as soon as you're done with your workout, just go grabbing a juice.
Just grabbing a juice.
And you want to talk about, and I know Jamie, you two can probably talk about it better than me, but the importance of just replenishing your body at the end of a workout
and replenishing your body with something that's real.
Yes.
Something that's living. I like to say living food for the living body. You know what I'm saying? Like, not just putting so much, like, man, we are like way too chemicaled up.
Yes, we are.
Way too much chemicals, man.
Yes.
So to me, just that's one thing I really want to transform a little bit in that world. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, these powders and all these different shakes. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but we gotta tap back into some, like, that's why I feel like we in situations that we get into with these pandemics and people being sick, and man, we gotta put more of what the Most High put on this planet for us to really be putting in our bodies. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. We are electric beings.
Right.
Whether you believe it or not. When your heart stops, they use electricity to bring you back, right?
Man, because you are electric.
You're electric.
You got electricity running through your body.
Absolutely. You have to eat electric foods that align with what you are.
Right.
That help you operate at your highest.
And I mean, and let's talk about that. But what's so crazy about the body is so amazing that we eat a lot of dead foods and we can still live to be like in our 90s and 80s, and you know what I'm saying? But the quality of that life, especially towards the end, you know what I'm saying? And
Absolutely.
I've seen the difference, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I've seen it. Like, I know a lady right now, she has to be like, last time I talked to her, she was telling me she was 75. So she has to be around 77 now, 78. Hey, this lady's still running miles. Like, I'm talking about running half marathons, 13s, you know what I'm saying? Like, out here at 70 something running. And I got homeboys, they not running around the block, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, come on, man. Like, it's just a choice, you know what I'm saying? It's just a choice we got to make. And I think with this pandemic, I think a lot of people are changing their minds, you know what I'm saying?
You know, with that being said, you know, if we look at our community and see how much our community is suffering, let's just take the pandemic away. We were suffering
way
prior.
Before, right.
I mean, so much diabetes, heart disease, so many different things because of learned behavior, conditioning.
Right.
And it goes way back to slavery if
It
we want
does.
to talk about conditioning and things that we were consuming.
Right.
So right now is like more of a time than ever,
Right.
you know,
Right.
to pull it back together. What's your take on what's going on health-wise in our community?
Well, like, I'm with you. I remember, if y'all remember, I had put this video up. I don't know if y'all remember, but Puffy came on, and no disrespect to Puff, that's the bro. I know his kids, you know, I'm cool with all them. So, but he came on and he was like, "Oh, it's a state of emergency. Black health is under attack."
I remember that. It was this summer, right?
Yeah, and I did this video, and I just replied back to him like, bro, we been under attack. Like, this ain't nothing new. So just to tap into what you were saying, like, our community has been under attack. We live in food deserts. You know what I'm saying? If you ever hung out in Buckhead and then drove out to Riverdale Road, or College Park or somewhere like that, well, that's all the same, College Park, Riverdale Road. But it's like, man, what we got? You know what I'm saying? I came up right there. You know what I'm saying? So, man, we got a McDonald's. Killer food. They killing us. What's the other one? The little you can pull up and they'll bring it out to you.
Like a Sonic or something?
Yeah, like Sonic. You know what I'm saying? It's like Winn-Dixie, food desert. Nothing good in them places. All those places I just named, they killing us. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we just gotta we gotta lean on people like Puff. We gotta lean on people like Killer Mike and Tip, and we gotta lean on people like, you know, people that's out here, like, they fighting the fight, but I think a lot of our fight begins in this stuff we putting in our bodies. You know what I'm saying? People always talking about, like, mental health, this and man, but a lot of that mental health is got a lot to do with them chemicals you putting in your body. I don't give a damn who you go talk to. You know what I'm saying?
The passion.
I'm sorry.
I love it.
I don't care who you talk to. I don't give a damn about
It's
no
real,
doctor
yo.
you go talk to about your mental health. If you still putting that crap in your body, you're gonna always have this unbalance of the way things should flow in your system, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you're gonna always have like them type of issues. I don't know, man. I could talk about this stuff forever, and it sometimes it pisses me off because, you know, like let's go into this like a Rick Ross, and like, you know what I'm saying, no disrespect, but like we gotta like really lean in on people like him, because with all that money you got, and I appreciate the things he does in the community for you know, some of the things he does, but we don't need no more chicken wings. You feel what I'm saying? We don't need no more wing stops. We don't need no more clogging of the arteries, bro. You just went to the hospital because you were sick. You know what I'm saying? And you building all these places. Yeah, you giving people jobs. I get it. But man, open up a Juice ATL. Nah, you know what I'm saying?
I know, that's real. That's real.
Franchise.
Or something. You know
Is
what
that
I'm
an
saying?
opportunity?
Man,
I'm just saying.
No, all I'm saying is we gotta like lean on people like that's out in our community building things.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And putting things, liquor stores and owning these. I had an opportunity to buy a liquor store not too long ago. It was a while back, but it was before I got into this. But I was
Okay.
kind of like halfway into this.
Yeah.
But that thing was making $70,000 a month. But I had already tapped into this so much, so my conscience wouldn't have been able to live with it. If I hadn't been educated and didn't know what I know now,
Yes.
then I could have made that play. You know what I'm saying? But I just think we gotta, like, for our community, we gotta tap into the people that our community listens to, and our community will listen to a Rick Ross. Imagine if a Killer Mike and a Rick Ross went vegan.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
You know how many people would follow that?
What's his name? Waka Flocka did, right?
Right, he
Yeah,
did
he
for a
did.
minute. Yeah,
He
yeah.
definitely did.
And man, bro knows some stuff. Like, go sit down and
He
have
does.
a conversation with Waka. Bro's smart, and he understands this food thing. And he told me one time we was chopping it up because he ordered the juices. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he was just like, you know, he go back and forth, but he knows, he understands fasting, he understands cleaning out his body, and then he might tap back into some BS sometimes,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
he understands the importance.
But he's on his journey towards it.
And he's on his journey, right?
That's right.
But it's about leaning on people like him and these other people in our communities and saying, hey, bro, we don't need another liquor store. We don't need more Ciroc.
Yeah.
We need freaking vegetables, and we need fruits, and we need ginger and turmeric and baobab and moringa.
Yeah.
We need these things. We don't need no more liquor. You know what I'm saying? We don't need no more chicken wings either. You know what I'm saying?
It's so what's so important there, and you start drop something that's so real. You didn't follow the money because you could have went down that package store.
Oh, this
Absolutely.
ain't the money route.
You know what I'm
Jack.
saying? You went
No.
what's real, what's impactful, and
Right.
what was right. you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it was a representation of his personal lifestyle.
Right.
So, which is super cool. And I'm so grateful that a lot of new plant-based restaurants are popping up in the less popular, so to speak, the areas outside of Buckhead. And
Where the
stuff
food
like that.
deserts are, yeah.
Yeah, we have Life Bistro. We have Lovin' It Live. They're in the East Point area. The West End, we have Tassili's. We have Viva La Vegan.
Soul vegetarian.
Yeah, I can't think of everyone. So if I missed anyone, definitely please don't take your personal shout out to all the plant-based restaurants right here in ATL. We appreciate you.
Yeah, we
appreciate
do.
what you're doing for the community.
We do.
And to our juicers, we have Lucky Lotus is a
Lucky Lotus, Juice Heads,
Juiced
Juice
up
Heads.
Jenny.
Juiced
Wait.
Up Jenny.
Yes, shout out
That's
to
my
my
girl.
girl Gigi.
That's my girl, Gigi.
Yeah, stay juiced up, guys. That's what she would say if she was here.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely. Juice ATL, we're starting to get more options. So for those of you out there listening, watching, please don't be discouraged. Change is here. It's not coming, it's here.
Right.
And it's going to continue to grow. And let's grow along with it. Let's challenge ourselves to be better.
Right.
Let's create a balance.
Right, let's create that balance, man.
Yes.
We need it, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And lean on these people, man. We got to really lean on these people I was talking about earlier, man. I don't mean to give them guys a hard time, but Puff, Rick Ross, no more chicken wings, no more Ciroc, man. Our community, we don't need that shit in our community no more, man.
Listen,
Yes.
I don't know what else to say. We gotta wrap it up with that because
Hey.
listen, that right there, that's gems.
Okay.
So we're gonna toast. We're gonna toast with the juice.
Yeah.
We're gonna toast with the juice. There we go.
Cheers.
I can't
life.
read.
It's
There we
an air
go.
toast.
Here's to health.
Okay.
Here's to a
cheers.
healthy kidney, a healthy
Yes.
liver, and a healthy mind.
Yes, health is wealth.
Period. Because without that, you have nothing.
Yes.
So you want to tell people where they can follow you guys?
Yes.
My personal Instagram is